If I had to choose someone who I talk to about everything or go to for advice, or go to when I need to be told to simmer down, or it would probably be Nicola Rose. She's one of our assistant coaches actually at the moment on the WBBL team. But yeah, if I need anything, or I need to chat, I need to vent, I want to have a laugh, we can't go anywhere right now, but I usually like to sit on her sofa and just chat and drink tea. I like so many different types of music, but whenever, like, the first song that always springs to mind when someone says, what's your favourite song, is Midnight Train to Georgia.
From Gladys Knight and the Pips.
I like different music for different like places. So if I'm in the car with Aaron, my partner, on the way to a game, we're always listening to soca because it really gets us like up and hype and ready. If I'm in the bus on the way to a game, like a long drive, I would listen to like old school R&B, like I like 112 or Mario, that sort of stuff. But yeah. Oh, and also actually, I suppose that this is where I should confess that one of my favourite no judgment artists of all time is Elton John. I've seen him twice in concert, and I just love him. I love everything about him. But yeah, my favourite song is Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight. Dad used to play it all the time in the morning when we were getting ready to go to Mum's game and we were having breakfast together. I love movies. I wish I could go to the cinema right now. It's one thing that I miss the most. So I guess for like comfort, I feel like this is some sort of confessional booth. For comfort, I just like to watch Harry Potter.
Now listen to me. I want you to take the others and get out of here. What? No, I'm staying with you.
So if there's like a go-to that I want to put on repeat and don't want to kind of not really watch it but do something else, it's Harry Potter all the way. 1 through 7, any of them. If I want to laugh, I love Girls Trip, and I also love Bridesmaids. That makes me giggle. But I guess like my favorite film, it's not a new film, but is Gladiator. It's actually linked to basketball in a weird way, but I remember the first time I went to see it, Michael Ball, who is down at Oaklands, he was living with me and my family because he was at Loughborough Uni, and he lived with us for a little while, and we went out and we watched Gladiator. I don't know how old I was. I won't say because it might make him feel older. But yeah, I loved it, and I really loved it. And there was something about watching it in the movie theatre that was just so much more dramatic. So yeah, that would be Gladiator would be my favourite film of all time. I've definitely got one in mind, but I have to mention a couple. Just that feeling that you get when you like get off the plane and you drive down like the highway, and you just like, I can't explain it, you just get those butterflies and you feel like you're at home, is Baltimore for me, because that's where I went to university. So you come in and you can see like the Ravens Stadium, the Orioles Stadium, and you just like come in, it's like a little road that goes around like that into the city. I think it's I-95 actually. Yeah, and it just makes you feel like you're home, even though I've not been there for a long time now, probably quite a few years, but I get that same feeling every single time. I absolutely love it there, and it's a place where I just grew so much as a person. So yeah, that's an important place to me. And then the other place to me is Ireland as well. My mum's family is from Ireland, so we spent like a lot of summer holidays there, and I remember it just being so free. Like we could go anywhere we wanted, even as like 10, 11, 12-year-old kids without parents, just running around the town in Tipperary we used to go to. Everyone's doors were open. You could just walk in and out of them. It was just that like sense of just freedom and like not worrying. I guess you always have that in your youth, and as you get older you worry more, but that's the nostalgic feeling that I get from there. But my favorite place in the world, if I were to go, if anyone said to me you can go one place to visit right now, I would go to Rome. I love it. I love that you're like walking around in both like the modern day and like ancient Rome all in one go. Like it's crazy. The Colosseum, you're going across like a busy road with cars, buses, and then all of a sudden there's this like structure that's been there for hundreds and hundreds of years. So yeah, well, thousands of years. So I absolutely, yeah, I just love Rome. It's a magical place, and I've been back quite a few times. I just want to change like the fire in the belly of the British people towards the game. When you go to Europe and watch it, when you go to any other country in the world, they're just all about basketball in the same way that we're all about football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. And I don't understand why it's not the same in Britain. It's getting better, and I feel like there's a lot more coverage, like with Sky, and the WBBL and BBL are doing a great job with that. And I also feel like it's reaching a lot more people, and I feel like the passion for it's growing, but it's just not the same, and it's nowhere near the level that it could be. I think the biggest piece of advice that I'd give myself, not even just my 16-year-old self, but to myself yesterday, is don't worry. When you get to that stage in a game where you're not thinking and you're just doing, that's when you perform at your best. And I think, you know, if you can sort of go through life just doing that and being able to retrospectively look at the decisions that you made, the actions that you took, without like being really hard on yourself, I think there's so much room for growth. I'd put some like money in the bank, and I get some advice on how much money I would need to keep in the bank, or how much money I could invest, where year upon year we could just use like the interest to facilitate just a full professional program at Wildcats. So we've got every coaching staff is paid, right from mini ballers all the way through. All of the volunteers that do like endless work for us would get some sort of payment for it. Yeah, that's what I would do first. I think people think that's probably crazy, but that's the first thing that I would do.